how do I say this? I mean, they're different, obviously very different shows, but Supernatural, unfortunately, I was only there for a year. I wish I was there longer. It was my first series regular on TV show, and though, Jensen and Jared, as much as they gave me the most difficult time.
This is no surprise.
The troublemakers. I learned so much being there. I appreciated every step of the way, and it was just the two of them and me, and so it was easy. And Lauren, but Lauren and I didn't really ever cross paths. So it was basically, the two of them being series regulars, obviously being very experienced, and this is my first acting job as a series regular on a television show, so I got to learn a lot. Arrow, I've been doing this now for almost 10 years, and I mean, not Arrow, but being acting for 10 years. So being on a show, that it's nice to basically go on the journey with everyone. We started at the beginning, you're kind of finding your legs, you're finding your footing, we're finding what kind of show we are, what works. And to be a part of the crew and cast that is so, we're all on the same page, and you grow together, and you become a family, and you get to explore your character, and every episode you get more information and more, I feel like it just gets deeper, and there's more layers, and there's just, more to it, and I appreciate that, and so that's my answer. I can't give you one.
Ruby on Supernatural and Laurel are obviously totally different characters. On Ruby, you're like this ultimate fierce demon, and Laurel, you find your demons, but you're obviously not pure evil. So as an actress, do you look for different roles like that? Like, I want to do something where I'm, a total evil demon, and then I want to try something different to challenge yourself, or how do you find yourself in these different roles?
Yeah, I mean, definitely when I'm reading scripts, the character, I have to be passionate about it because it has to move me, and I'm definitely, taking on new characters, and I love characters that are challenging, that make me learn, new things because of research or whatever it is. I like the diversity, and I have now that I look back at my body of work, I realize that I have a tendency to be drawn towards very strong female characters, which is great, but I do definitely, obviously, like the diversity, and I recently just did a movie that's going to be coming out called The Scribbler, where I play a woman who has multiple personality disorder, and it was basically 7 characters in one, and it was definitely the most challenging role I've ever played. Having said that, I do feel like there's multiple personality in everyone. It's just based on different scenarios that you put in. Like if you go home, you're going to be one way. If you're at work, you're going to be another. In front of your friends, you're going to be another. So I feel like I like characters that have a spark to them, whether it's evil, whether it's a good intention, bad intention, or I just like there to be something special about them.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you, Michael? I'm going to ask you that now. Do you you got into it a little bit if you don't want to be typecast into this, fighter, martial artist, badass. But do you actively search for different roles to challenge yourself, or do you just dissect them as they come to you?
Well, sometimes I can get a role and I might want to put a certain spin on it, not the typical type stuff. But I do enjoy playing a diversity of roles and not being typecast. So I constantly look at that. And I've been in the last 4 or 5 years, I've been producing. Most of the films I've been doing, I've been have an active hand in creating and then continuing to do that. So I have a movie coming up, Falcon Rising, that's coming out in September. I play somebody who's struggling with PTSD. Yeah, so I will always want to keep it moving and not really play the same parts.
Awesome.
Yeah.